Hi guys, hope you're well. Welcome to DOdaily. It's Des here, who's ready for some midweek motivation and that Wednesday workout. Just out and about, as usual, getting in my steps towards the latest Wednesday workout challenge, last man standing. Of course, what we're trying to do there is complete 10,000 steps a day to move us on to the next day. Anyone that doesn't is eliminated from this particular competition. It just makes us accountable, it makes us a bit more aware of our activity levels, and that's the point. It's just to keep us getting out there and doing what we do. Whilst it's not set to a Wednesday, there's lots of ways we can use it to our benefit. I always talk about sort of getting on top of the week, putting our busy lives down for a few minutes and making the most of a bit of time on ourselves, time to do activity, time to do the things we love. And that's what it's about, really. What I will speak about today is go a bit deeper into the Wednesday workout and why how it's all built over time and why it's important to me and how it's all come about, to be honest. I was just thinking about it. I was thinking, why is a Wednesday so important? But I'll come back to that shortly. Just let you know where I am. I'm at an amazing little place called Skylarks Nature Reserve. Absolutely love it here. I stumbled across it just before Christmas, I think, about 3 or 4 months ago, whilst it was still pretty decent in weather. And despite the fact it's supposed to be really, really cold, the sun's out, it's a bit chilly, but it's an amazing day to be up here. Really, really quiet, and that's why I like getting here. After a bit of an indifferent week, grumbling about not being able to run and a few issues that are concerning me in terms of family and things like that, it was important for me today. I've got a bit of time to get out somewhere I enjoy. So I purposely came here because I knew it'd be quiet. I knew the weather's holding out, and I can really sit back and take it all in. And that's what's really important, isn't it? I've not had that for a few weeks. Like I said, I've been really busy, sort of wall to wall. And I always talk about finding that time, taking that time. So whilst I have, this is some real time I've got this afternoon to get out and enjoy my surroundings. Just walked past a sign actually that says an Einstein comment, that's a quote, that says everything's always better in nature. I'll post it up at the end. I've taken a picture and it definitely is. It's fantastic out here. It's a real hidden gem. If you are local to Nottingham, check it out. Somewhere where you can really get away from things. And as I've said already, that's what I was hoping to do. It really put me in a positive mindset though. Really got me focused again. I've had the chance to listen to some of the things I listen to, catch up on my daily podcast, YouTube videos, things like that. And I think the reality is, whilst I've been feeling a little down, I've not been doing that, I've not had the time. And it's just reminded me how important it is to keep listening, to keep looking in at what others are doing, keep taking advice, because we don't always have the answers, do we? And if we don't know already, it's not just going to sort of jump into our mind and we're going to know it for ourselves. We need to sort of listen to what other people say, and that's really helped me today. It's sort of getting back into that, putting a bit of attention on what I'm doing, thinking about it sort of consciously rather than just sort of ploughing through life in the subconscious like we tend to do. We all just move from one thing to another very quickly, but it's important, isn't it, just to sort of take that time sometimes to do what you have to do for yourself. I'm always talking about self-care and always talking about self-development these days. It's something I'm really keen to do. And today the reason I want to talk about the Wednesday workout is because I feel sometimes some people don't get what I'm trying to achieve through DOdaily, through DoRunning. Of course, we work off these different motivations, and those motivations actually give me, as the person who tries to put this across, some focus every day. So I don't wake up on any given day and think, oh, I don't like Mondays, I don't like Thursdays, because I've always got something to aim at on that day, something to give it a real go. And Wednesday in particular is a really important one for me, and it's kind of all come about through fluke. It's none of it was intended initially, but if I'm honest, I was someone sort of in my 20s who thought they lived for the weekend. You'll still hear me say that occasionally now. I still love my football. Do you know, most of the race events, the running events and things like that happen at the weekend. Of course, we get more time to socialise and get out to amazing places like this in general. But I was one of those people who kind of told everyone I live for the weekend, and perhaps, you know, because of that, I was a little bit bored, you know. And by being bored, you know, I wasn't putting any real focus into each day, you know, just sort of going through the motions, letting it pass, making bad decisions, you know, because of that boredom. You know, you just kind of sometimes get a little bit carried away with things, you know, let your imagination run away with itself. And it wasn't really until I started the running club, which was the start of all this, which is the start of everything I do, through do running, through DOdaily, through trying to sort of be better. You know, I started a running group which ran on a Sunday and a Wednesday. There was no real reasoning from that, apart from the fact it was just breaking down the week, you know, simply a good session at the weekend and then something midweek, you know, something we could sort of come back to, and it wouldn't get too much, or it was enough to keep going. That's what I'm trying to say there. But that Wednesday, straight away, like having a Wednesday session after the weekend gave me some real intention again, something to really, really look forward to. And it was at that point that I realised it breaks my week up nicely. It stops me from getting too bored, stops me from getting fed up with doing not very much. Do you know, it gave me focus, whilst at that time I wasn't running every day or trying to be active every day. Do you know, it just made me think that, gave me that something to look forward to, and it made me think, yeah, I've got that to go at, you know. So when things were getting a bit on top of me, it was that real pick me up, getting to meet the guys in the group. Do you know, it was run from a bar, so we had the social side of everything too. Do you know, it was absolutely fantastic. Really, really enjoyed it. And then as soon as that finished, do you know, it wasn't long till the weekend again. And these groups quickly came around. Sunday, Wednesday, as well as the other things I did at the weekend. Do you know, and it gave me much more purpose straight away. Just the fact I had something to do on a Wednesday, do you know. And be easy to say I was doing all the things I wanted to do, but to be honest, I wasn't, do you know, throughout the week. Do you know, and like I say, it leads to other things, doesn't it? It leads to sort of boredom, bad decisions, do you know, lethargy, do you know, and just not doing very much, do you know. And I always talk about these days about energy, and we need energy to produce more energy and keep doing things. Do you know, one positive action leads on to another. That's almost what's happened from creating that group. Do you know, one positive action leads on to another. But in the past week or so, I've been talking about that energy and how we can use it to sort of keep producing, do you know, keep getting out there doing things. Do you know, whilst we do look at it on a sort of weekly basis of how we can sort of get on top of the coronavirus, get on top of work, get on top of all the difficulties thrown at us, do you know, compete in these challenges even, do you know, that gives us the perfect distraction from all those. Why it is important more than anything is just to keep us going. Do you know, if you're not somebody that exercises a lot, do you know, even planning in a walk on a Wednesday, planning in a bike ride, do you know, absolutely anything, a home workout, I always try to include in these challenges, do you know, when I do create them based on a Wednesday, is I always try and create it to suit absolutely everybody, regardless of ability or what stage people are at in their journey. Do you know, and it's important to do that, because all it's about is just producing that energy to keep going, to keep us sort of thinking. Do you know, I know how easy it is if things aren't happening, just to slip back. That's why I get frustrated when I can't run. Do you know, you'll see the video from yesterday if you check back, if you've not already seen it. That's why I get a little bit frustrated. Whilst I'm absolutely fine, a lot of people have said to me, don't worry, don't panic. I'm not panicking, because I know I'm going to get out there and do all the things I need to do. And that's because I've understood over the last 3 or 4 years how important it is to use these different motivations on each day. I've not really explained that before through DOdaily. I've explained that we use them, I've explained how they can benefit sort of individually. But as the week passes on, sometimes we just need that focus. Like I say, I don't wake up on any given day and think, oh, I don't like Mondays, you know, I don't like Fridays. I've got that real purpose. Friday's a classic example. Absolutely love getting up in the morning. Absolutely love sort of getting out there, using the time for myself to really sort of mull over things, to sort of let everything go, you know, as I attack the weekend and in the right mindset. And that's what it's all about, guys. That's what Wednesdays are about. The competitions themselves, you know, the competitions are challenges more than anything. This one's slightly competitive, the last man standing. But I posted something in the Do Running group today about planking, just another sort of way of producing energy midweek. You know, what I'm going to do in the coming weeks through the closed Facebook group is post small mini challenges that everybody can get involved in. So today I was looking at different sort of activities that are easy, quick, cheap, you know, don't require any equipment. Today I posted about planking and asked the guys within the group if they want to take part for the rest of the month. Something I'm sort of dipping my toe into, sort of looking at different things to improve my core, include flexibility and mood, all these things we need. So I think doing stuff like that, like I say, improves energy. You know, getting out, getting in your activity midweek. Look at this, you know, it's absolutely fantastic. It's really, really quiet. Not much going on apart from the birds. But I'm also getting in plenty of exercise. I'm enjoying what I do, you know, and I'm really adding purpose to the day. And that's what it's about, isn't it, guys? When we've got no purpose, when we've got no intention, I say this all the time, you know, trying to sort of instill this, you know, we tend to get a little bit fed up and a little bit sort of run down with everything that we don't particularly enjoy. Unfortunately, we have to deal with stuff we don't particularly enjoy. That last year has been a classic example of that. But what we can do is try and create our own energy, try and create our own sort of fun and entertainment, take part in things with other people who are positive, who are committed to what they're doing. You know, when we're doing that, you know, it's guaranteed to sort of take you forward, make you want more of the same. It's exactly what it's done to me over the last 4 years. I've become, from being somebody who was plodding along, doing okay-ish, you know, could have quite happily lived a life I don't really want to live now, but all of a sudden I'm much happier, much more content. When people try and knock me down, doesn't matter, because I've got all that drive and determination to move forward, get through it and keep pushing on. And when we can do that, you know, everything changes. So I just thought that was quite important today, guys, to offer you a few words on the Wednesday workout. You know, it's so important to get involved in these things for all of that, but also because we can be a team, you know, a community, you know, even if we're not there in person. I always say at the moment everything's virtual. Some people grumble with, oh, that's not the same, but again, you've got to do something. You can't just let the world get on top of you, you can't let the week get on top of you. And by getting involved in a Wednesday workout, whether it's the last man standing challenge or trying to do 10,000 steps a day, you know, and compete with like-minded people, or whether it's just doing 2.5 minutes of planking each day. Check that out in the closed Facebook group, by the way. But whether it's just that, you know, it's getting involved, isn't it? It's showing some intention to get on top of the situation and really, really make the most of it. And that's why I'm feeling absolutely fantastic, you know, because I got out here today, because I got somewhere where I could really sort of take myself away. I could listen to those things, understand a bit more about what I'm doing. You know, it really made me understand why I do it, and I'm so grateful for that. So grateful for getting this opportunity to speak as well. If you've liked the video, please like, share and subscribe. Do all the usual things. Add a comment in about what you're doing. I've now done about 4 miles walking, so whilst I'm not running, you know, that's still a pretty good effort. It's still getting in plenty of exercise, keeping well, you know, and looking to push on, looking to when I can get running, keeping myself in a reasonably fit state. So thanks for watching, guys. Until Thursday thoughts. Do you know, I've been asking the question this week of how you feel the first quarter went. I've already said on many occasions, for me personally, it went absolutely fantastic. A little blip at the moment, but through these things, you know, through everything I've said today, I can get through that. I can look on the next period with positivity. So how did the first 3 months of 2021 go for you? If you can post answers in the comments on any of the videos, do you know that I'd be really grateful. I'd love to read them out to try and sort of inspire people, to motivate them, to pick them up if they're not feeling great. If you've not been feeling great, let us know. I'll try and answer that or add something to that. Try and advise of how it could be done slightly better. If you've got any questions as ever, please post them in. I'd love to receive them. Do you know, absolutely anything. That's what it's all about. I said right at the start of this episode about taking advice, listening. All I'm trying to do there is find a bit of comment. I'm not trying to be know-it-all. I'm trying to find a bit of content, sorry, not comment, just to use, just to help, just to understand for myself and others how we can take it forward. That's what Thursday Thoughts are about. Just looking in at the live session. I'll be back tomorrow at 6 o'clock. For now, I'm going to crack on with this walk. I must be approaching my 10,000 steps. Big tick as ever. Hopefully that's enough midweek motivation. Until tomorrow, guys, just doing it.